So I had an artist that asked me like a question on pricing, right? And he's like, you know, I got this piece, you know, best thing I ever did, you know, I want to charge $4,000 for it. And I'm like, why are you charging $4,000? He's like, you know, I don't know, it's, you know, I really like it. I think it should be $4,000. I'm like, you ever sold anything for $4,000? He's like, no, but it should be $4,000, you know. I'm like, all right, well, how much are you making at your job? And he's like, 25 an hour. I'm like, all right, cool. How many hours did you work on it? She's like, I worked on it all month. All right, well, it took you a month from start to finish. Cool, but how many hours did you work on it? You know, like, were you working on it every day? He's like, no, I wasn't working on it every day. I'm like, so how many hours how many days out of the week, you know, are you working on it? It's like a couple days, like some weeks, 2 days, some weeks, 3 days, you know, took him a month to do. I'm like, all right, cool, 2 or 3 days. Let's go with 3 days, right? How many hours were you working on those days? One day I worked like the whole day, like 8 hours. All right, cool, that's 1 day. What's the shortest amount of time you worked on any of those 1 days? One day I just worked for like an hour. All right, cool. What would you say on average those days was looking like? How many hours were you working on them? It's like, you know, maybe like 3 hours. All right, cool. So let's round it up a little higher because you had the 8-hour day. We're gonna just omit the 1 or whatever. Let's say it's four hours, right? And the 3 hours, the 3 days out of the week, 4 weeks, that's 12 days. So you have 12 days and times 4 hours, that's 48 hours you worked on this. If you was getting this from your job, that's gonna be $1,200. Why is this $4,000? Blah, 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 blah. No actual justification, just about, he just wants it to be $4,000. Not even like he feels it should be, just wants it to be because other artists that he knows have some pieces that they're pricing at that. Whether they're selling at that is another issue, but pieces that they're pricing, you know, in that range, and he wants to get up there, which I understand. I want him to get up there too. Works out for everybody, but you know, of course, we have to work what needs to be worked. So I'm like, all right, let's say you want to, you know, get away from the job thing. You know, the point of doing this is because you want to, you know, create your own lane and make as much as you want and not have a cap on how much you can make. Let's say we even double that. We don't even go anywhere in between. We double that, the 25 that you're making to 50. Let's say we paid you double what your job would have paid you for creating this piece, for putting in the same amount of work. That's $2,400. Again, why is this $4,000? Have you ever sold anything for $2,400? No, I haven't sold anything for 24 yet. The highest thing he sold was $1,500. Why are we not stopping anywhere along the way and picking up the people that we need to keep us consistent in that once we start to set the bar there? Again, why is it priced at $4,000? And then he was just quiet. And his response let me know that he didn't actually really believe. Forget what you want, what do you believe? He didn't believe it was worth $4,000, which means the odds of him receiving $4,000 for it is very low. So it just would be a waste of his time and my time.